Let me widen it to the doctors. Dr. Rahul Pandit is member of the Maharashtra COVID Task Force. Dr. Vishal Rao is US member, Genomic Surveillance Committee COVID Task Force in Karnataka. Appreciate both of you joining us on the show tonight. Dr. Rahul Pandit, there is so much of confusion at the moment. Has Omicron spooked the Maharashtra government even before? We've had one infection in this country to the point where we had all these rules suddenly being put in place?
Good evening, Rajdeep. I don't think it's about getting spooked. I think it's about understanding the science behind that and then trying to implement a policy which will be in sync with everybody. I just heard the Honorable Minister on your show a minute ago what he was saying. So I would say that the science behind this says that we have to basically have an abundance of caution here in passengers who are traveling from high-risk nations. And for that, you need to put in some methodology where we can screen them, perhaps test them. And if at the moment we are in a city which has got very high density of population, which is Mumbai, we may have to think of an institutional quarantine for those who are coming from high risk. For rest of the passengers, I think we will have to think whether we need to give them home quarantine and testing or just home quarantine. I think those guidelines were issued yesterday late in the evening. For the domestic passengers, I think Tope sir has already mentioned, Honorable Minister, that would probably be reviewed and we may not have the RT-PCR mandated for that.
Okay.
But you need to understand that this is something which is a dynamic process. As cases would change, the rules may also be reviewed and the medical decisions may also be actually conveyed to the government in that way. Of course, government is going to take the ultimate decision in consultation with the experts who are the administrators and stuff, that how can this be implemented in a safe way.
Dr. Vishal Rao, Dr. Pandit is saying that this is a fluid situation, and it is. But for now, is there a sense that Omicron has spooked people enough? The fear is we cannot go down the way of what happened during the second wave of COVID. Hence, there is this abundant caution that is being taken even before the genome sequencing results actually come through.
Yes, Rajdeep, I think doctor has raised a very valid point here. The most important thing we need to understand is that the WHO took a couple of months to call Delta variant of concern. They typically say it's variant under investigation, variant of interest, and then variant of concern. Suddenly, within a span of few days, WHO has gone from November 11th, when it was first seen, the Omicron was first seen, to today, telling that it is a variant of concern, creating a global alert. There were certain very strong scientific logic that they have used to alarm and create this kind of an alert across the world, because there is enough of proof from the genomic studies showing that this particular variant has multiple new mutations. And the very fact that the rapidity with which in Botswana and in South Africa it has taken over the Delta shows that it has definitely proven its capability equal to that of Delta or more. Now, currently the numbers are in a few hundreds. We need to watch this closely, but today 20 countries are already infected with it, and day by day, hour by hour, this number is increasing. So at this juncture, when the world is grappling with vaccine inequalities, and we are finding that many of them have not even taken the second dose, there is a race between the vaccination and the variant.
Right.
And if you have to win this race, we will have to win it through enhancing vaccination, strengthening immunity, and keeping a very strong alert. We cannot repeat what happened in March, April with the Delta. And I just want to remind it, in Karnataka, if you look at it, March, beginning it was at 0.5%, by end of March it was at 5%, and by beginning of April it was at 5%, and end of April it was at 25%.
So you're saying
the positivity rate.
So you're saying you can't rule out that Omicron could go the way of Delta. Although I had the doctor who first identified it from South Africa 2 days ago on the show, and she said the symptoms were mild. But you're saying at this moment it is premature to decide whether whether Omicron could be as contagious as Delta. So better to be safe than sorry. Dr. Pandit, am I right? Better to be safe than sorry appears to be the approach that you're taking in Maharashtra.
Better to be safe than sorry, and then wait for a couple of weeks more, where the entire clinical spectrum would probably give us more information.
Right.
And then we understand what to do with these rules, whether we need to strengthen them further or we need to actually loosen them up a little bit.
Okay, let's leave it there. Therefore, by the middle of December, we will perhaps have greater clarity on where we stand with Omicron. Till then, we have to remain on guard. Dr. Rao and Dr. Pandit, I appreciate you joining me here on the show tonight. Let me take a break.